Decimal multiplications. Part A. Add 0, multiply 10 and divide 10. Okay, let's say we have the number 20 and we want to divide it by 10. So remember, the decimal point always exists after the number, at the right of the number. So if we divide by 10, the decimal point will jump to the left according to the number of zeros. So we only have 1 0, so it will only jump once to the left. Okay, so the answer is 2. Okay, but what if we have 20, but this time it's multiplied by 10? If it's multiplied by 10, then the decimal point will jump to the right. But you will ask now, nothing will happen because there is no zeros here. In fact, there is a 0 here, and it's the mad 0. It's always here and we can't see it. It exists everywhere. Before the 2, there is infinite number of them, and after the decimal point, there is infinite number of them. Okay, so if you are multiplying, so the decimal point will jump to the right. Okay, this time it will jump to the right according to the number of zeros. So if we are dividing, it will jump to the left. If we are multiplying, it will jump to the right. Of course, according to the number of zeros. So the answer will be 200. Okay, so the number 20 here within itself, if we divide it by 100, so the decimal point will jump twice to the left. Okay, 1 and 2. So the answer will be 0.2. Okay, for the number 20, after the decimal point, there is infinite number of the zeros, and before the 20 itself, there is infinite number of zeros. But we never write them because they are never important, you know. So it's not wise to write them. But when we are dividing, they will appear. Okay, multiplying by 10, 100, or 1000. Let's say we have 0.7 times 10. Okay, we are multiplying. The decimal point will jump to the right. So it's 7. Okay, 4.23 times 100. So the decimal point will jump 2 times to the right. So it's 423. Okay, 0.1 times 1000. So the decimal point will jump to the right 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So it's 1 and 2 zeros. Because 1 here it became 1, then another jump it became 10, then another jump it became 100. Okay, 0.567 times 100. So the decimal point will jump twice, 1 and 2, so it's 56.7. Okay, 0.005 times 10. Decimal point will only jump once to the right, so it's 0.05. Of course, this 0 you can cross it out, it's never even important and doesn't even have a meaning. 0.05 doesn't have a meaning. Just write 1 0 here, 0.05, because this 0 have no importance after the decimal point jumped here. Okay, now we have 0.2 times 1. You see there is no zeros, so it will remain as it is. Okay, remember the power or the exponent, it's 0.05 multiply 10 exponent 2. Okay, 10 exponent 2 is 10 times 10, and it's the same as 100. So it's 0.05 times 100, so the decimal point will jump twice, 1 and 2, so the answer is 5. Okay, so it's 0.13 and 10 power 3, so it's 1000, you know, when you see the 3, imagine that there is 3 zeros, 1000, C2, 2 zeros, 100, and so on. Okay, so it's time 1000, so it will move to the right 3 times, 1, 2, and 3, so it will be 130. Okay, now we have 0.003 times 10 power 4, so we'll move to the right 4 times, 1, 2, 3, and 4, so the answer will be 30. Okay, 8.99 times 10 power 2, so you'll move to the right 1, then 2, so it's 899. Okay, exercise 1. Let's say Mustafa bought 10 liters of petrol at $0.63 per liter. How much did he pay for the petrol? Okay, so in total he bought 10 liters and the price of 1 liter is $0.63. So you multiply 10 and 63, so it will be, the decimal point will jump to the right once, so it will be 6.3. Okay, now we will learn how to multiply decimals by a whole number. Okay, let's say we have 54 multiplied by 0.5. Okay, before we do the multiplication, I want you to remember these steps. Step 1. You will ignore the decimal point as if it's never even there, okay? And we will multiply the numbers normally as we do. So first, we'll multiply 5 by 4, so 5 times 4 is 20. Then 5 times 50, it will be 250. Okay, so 20 here is the result of 5 times 4, and 250 here is the result of 5 times 50. You see, we pretended like the decimal point is never even there. Okay, we totally ignored it. Okay, then after that you will add them, 0 and 0, 0, 2 and 5, 7, then plus 2 and nothing is 270. Okay, so this is the result of 5 multiply 54, not 0.5 times 54. So how to fix that? In 2 steps. Step 2, count the decimal places, like how many decimals are in there. There is only one here. I don't mean decimal number, I mean decimal places. Like here it's 0.5, so it's only one decimal place. If it's 0.05, then there is 2 decimal places here. So here there is only one. Then you will divide the final answer. Like you will divide it by 10. There is only one decimal place. So 270 divided 10 is 27. Okay, so again, let's recap here. What have we done? Or let me explain it in other way. This 0.5, to make it 5, what can we do? We can only multiply it with 10. So it will be a whole number again. Okay, then we proceeded with the multiplication and we ignore the 0.5, or as if we have moved the decimal point, 1 point to the right. But after that, we have to move it back 1 point to the left. So that's what we have done here. We divided by 10. So follow these steps, after the answer, count the decimal places, then divide the final answer by 10, or the number of zeros will depend on the number of the decimal places to fix it again. Okay, that's it. We will just repeat these steps all over again. Okay, exercise 2. We have 8.3 multiply 5. Okay, so remember step 1, we will multiply them normally if there is no decimal point. So 5 times 3, it's 15. Then 5 times 80, it's 400. Then add the 15 and the 400, 5, and 0 and 1 is 1, 4 and nothing is 4, so it's 415. Then, how many decimal places here? It's 1, so we'll divide by 10. So 415 divide 10, it's 41.5. Okay, so we have 9.52 multiply 3. Okay, so first we'll get 3 times 2, it will be 6. Then 3 times 5, it will be times 50, I'm sorry, 3 times 50, it will be 150. Then 3 times 900, and it will be 2700. Then we will add them. 6 plus 0 plus 0 is 6, 5 and 0, 5, 1 and 7, 8, 2 and nothing, 2. And remember, our last step here should be, we should count the decimal places, 1, 2. 2 numbers after the decimal, so we will have to divide by 100. So the decimal place will move 2 steps to the left, 1 and 2. So the final answer will be 28.56. Okay, now we have 5.84 multiply 2. Okay, remember the steps. We'll multiply as if there is no decimal. So 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 80 is 160. Then 2 times 500, it's 1000. Okay, now add them. 8 and 0 and 0, 8, 6 and 0, 6, 1 and 0, 1, 1 and nothing, 1. Then, remember our last step, we will count our last two steps. We will count the decimal places, 1, 2, then we will divide by them. Divide on 100, so it's 11.68. Then here we have 352 multiplied by 0.3, then 3 times 2, it's 6, 3 times 50, it's 150, then 3 times 300, it's 900. Okay, 6, 0 and 0, it's 6, 5 and 0, 0, 9 and 1 is 10, 0, and borrow 1 here, so it's 1056. Then remember our last step. How many decimal places here? It's only 1. So we will divide it by 10. So it's 105.6. Exercise 3. The product of 4.7 and 6.5 equals to 30.55. What's the product of 4.7 and 0.65 and 4.7 and 65? So let's see here. They say this is the given here. It's 4.7 multiply 6.5. It's 30.55. Okay, so they want to know 4.7 multiply 0.65. Like they shifted the decimal point 1 point to the left. So this also should happen to the answer, as if they have divided by 10. So decimal point was shifted 1 point to the left. So the answer also the decimal point should shift 1 point to the left. The decimal point should also shift 1 point to the left. So it's 3.055. Okay. Okay. So here it's 4.7 times 65. Now it's shifted to the right, as if we have multiplied by 10. So also the decimal point here must be shifted 1 point to the right. So it's 305.5. So we can consider this the same, like you count the decimal places, and see what's the change that happened, and you reflect it on the answer. You don't have to multiply them all over again. Okay. Okay, now we are done for today. This part is just for fun.